Now, before we get started with the reports, I want to give a shout out to Mechanical Warhorse. I'm starting with my Saturday and Sunday games. They gave me a bunch of templates and different tokens and markers to use for the games. These are all incredible. Hopefully, you should be seeing a lot of them being used in my games for Saturday and Sunday. Unfortunately, I didn't have them for the Friday night games, but they were a sponsor for Brawler Bash, and they were fantastic. I highly recommend them to everybody out there. Okay, we're back. This is Brawler Bash Game 5. I post Brawler Bash reports weeks later. This is going to be my Orcs and Goblins against High Elves. Alright, our scenario for the last game, you get 100 victory points for each character you kill, extra 100 if you kill a character in a challenge. This is a max of 500. 250 if you keep your BSB alive, 250 if you capture more standards than your opponent, and 50 points if you offer your opponent a tasty beverage at the end of the game. We'll have a quick run through my list, and this army is basically on my list designed to fight tons of knights, tons of high armor stuff. This is pretty much what everything in my army is designed to go against. So we'll look at his army. Like I said, all this is great for me because all the knights and everything, and he's got a sun star dragon. When you see the picture of this thing is amazing. I think it's Forge World or something, I don't know. It's on a gigantic base though, which makes it so easy to hit. I mean, the model is incredible, but it hurts him because the base is so big. And he's not going to have a level 4 either, but he's going to have the Banner of the World Dragon, and it's going to be in his giant unit of Silver Helms. So I know I can't foot a Gork them, but, Doom Divers were made to take up the slack where a foot a Gork can't hurt things. Let's look at my opponent. This is the part of the tournament where you're so tired. This is like my 8th game in 3 days. I'm just throwing things down. Got my trolls up front. Savage is back a little bit. I'm just packed in, and you're going to see there's a big building here, which is kind of forcing me to deploy like this. But I'm just packed in, and I'm just hoping all those knights come to me. Yeah, here's the rest of my opponent. You see the giant building. I'm sure you've seen this building in a bunch of my reports. This thing is so... well, we only play like the building itself as the building, but it still takes up so much space. I remember one Brawler Bash a long time ago. They had this building, and there was like a river going up to it, around it, and back around. It was like a double river. That was like my most nightmarish game ever. I don't like to think about it. Now let's look at my opponent's high elf army, and he won one of the paint awards. I think he won best painted. I know he won best single model, but I know he got one of the top painting awards, and his models are amazing. It almost hurts to kill him, but I'm a orc, so I want to kill him anyway. And here's this giant night bus, and I'm not too worried about it just because of the Doom Divers and Trolls. I just put my Trolls in front of it, and figure between Doom Divers and Trolls, I shouldn't have to worry about it too much. Here's the bulk of his infantry and his other knight units, and these Phoenix Guard, they're just incredible. I can't remember what he made them out of. I think he made them out of partly some wood elf heads or something. But they look so awesome. It almost makes me want to play High Elves, but not enough though. It's not quite enough. I can't paint like this. If I could paint like this, then I would play High Elves. Now let's look at this dragon. This thing is just completely incredible. You can see it's even killing knights on the other table. That's how incredible this model is. It's on I think this base is at least as big as the Ragnarok base, and it's going to make it so easy to wound it and hit, or at least hit it anyway. But I mean, it's toughness 7, so I don't think it's easy to wound, but it's so easy to hit. But then this model is this is incredible. He won best single model, but he didn't enter this into best single model, and he said he needed this for his paint score, and his paint score, like I said, I think he won best painted. He won best single model anyway, so I guess it didn't hurt him. But I'm gonna say, I voted for Furbush's model, and Furbush lost by one vote. I probably would have voted for. I think I'm almost positive I would have voted for this if this would have been the single model. So Dan, this is what you have to live up to next time. And here's the vanguards. And I forgot to say my objective, my last card. I'd always try to save it as the one where you get the vanguard. And I was like, there's so many knights, I'm not going to bar my savages. So I put night goblins up front, vanguard them up so that they can draw the fanatic out to start with. He's vanguarding his guys, and there's so much vanguarding going on that you can't vanguard too much because of that. And Busey's like, oh my god, look at all those knights. Start getting that vomit geared up. And he has first turn, he just goes for it right off the bat. Charges these dragon princes right at my night goblins. The triggers the fanatic. Even run over the fanatic. Looks like I only killed one, maybe, or two. So I know those night goblins are toast, but what are you gonna do? You're probably looking at this and saying, like, what in the world happened? He killed 17 night goblins. No, what he did, he miscast on some little spell, just trying to buff him up some, and he sucked himself into the wart right off the bat. He actually got a gigantic prize for this. I think he got like $60, $70 worth of prizes from sucking into the wart right off the bat like this. It was like the round prize. He killed a ton of night goblins, killed one of his own knights. I actually killed one knight, I think, back with my own night goblins. But then I broke. I only had 3 guys left. The banner died and 3 more guys left. He doesn't pursue me because he doesn't want to get caught out a little bit too much, because I don't think he expected to lose half his knights coming into night goblins. But I mean, this is just a crazy way to start the game. All right, my first turn, I charge my squigs, and at those dragon princes that are right in front of me, he flees. I charge my wolf riders there as well. He flees again. The wolf, neither one are able to get to him to catch him. But I take my mangler here that had been wounded by one of his repeater bolt throwers. It goes through some reaver knights here and completely wipes them out. Now over here, my wolf rider big boss charges in this repeater bolt thrower. And the great thing, I really love this. Since I have the Shrieking Blade, I cause fear. So for a change, elves have to test for fear against me instead of me testing for fear against them. He fails his fear test, and I do not do a single wound to him. Oh my goodness, he holds. I thought for sure I was going to come right on in here, and then I actually charged another wolf riders at these archers, and he kills 2 of them. They failed their panic test and run. My thought was like, I was going to have wolf fighters here in front. This guy was going to beat this guy, just bolt throwing, going to the flank, and take out the archers at the same time. Even when the wolf fighters fled, I was like, well, I'm still going to go into the flank and be able to flank these guys, but nope. I couldn't kill a single elf with my big boss. So basically here, the rest of my turn, I get rock lobbas onto his dragon here. I think I do like 3 wounds to his dragon. I kill about 3 or 4 silver helms with doom divers. Something kills some of my trolls. I can't remember if he did that in his magic phase or if I had done something that killed my trolls somehow. I'm not sure. But basically this is how things are looking. I really feel like I've got things in the center here pretty much under control. I just got to worry about that night bus still. And the dragon, of course. Okay, he's going all out here already on turn 2. He charged his Phoenix Guard at my trolls. He might have charged something else that was in the way. But I think he's thinking that since I've already lost some trolls, he has some flame attacks. He should be able to take a lot of trolls out. But I think I should still have so many trolls left. This is going to be hard for him to win. Maybe he can hold long enough for the silver helms to come around. Then he's also charging some dragon princes and his chariot. And other wolf riders, I flee with them, and then I hold with the second wolf rider unit because I'm thinking, that I want them to overrun into my savages. So I don't want to flee here and then maybe sit in front of my savages, because then if I charge them, that dragon could come in the flank of my savages, and I'd rather everything come in the front of my savages. This is a close-up look at this charge. Look at these great models. I wish I could remember exactly how he made them, but they just look so cool. And here's his dragon coming into my squigs. You can see it's already, even though my squigs are immune to psychology, they've already been disrupted a little bit by this gigantic dragon coming in here. But I'd hand to Gorked my mangler up there on my turn. I forgot about that. and he's still not able to kill it. So it's just still up there on his lines and not around my lines. I kind of wish though I'd left it back here where the dragon was, or handed gorked it in front of the squigs or something, so that if he came to the squigs, he would have had to land on the mangler. I should have thought of that. Okay, here's the end of combat over here. He really decimates my squigs, but I am still steadfast, and I managed to hold. I actually think I sneak a wound through because I put my attacks onto this dragon. I think I sneak a wound through on the dragon, so I think the dragon has 5 wounds now, so it's down to 2 wounds. So that dragon's actually getting close to being dead. I sneak a wound through my wolf rider on his chariot, and this is crazy. I hold here. I don't flee. I mean, I've got my general here. What does he got? A charge. He's killed like 3 guys. But somehow I stick here, and so he's not going to be coming into me. And at this time, I'm unsure whether that's good or bad. That I wanted to flee with the wolf. I wanted the wolf riders to break. Then he comes into my savages, and I wanted the squigs to hold so I could deal with these one at a time. But this wolf rider's holding kind of makes it like maybe both of them will come at me at the same time now, which I really didn't want to happen. And yeah, over here, my big boss fails to wound again, and these 2 guys kill him outright. Oh my goodness, what a complete failure of this big boss. I think my other big boss is sneaking around here too right now. This was just a complete failure of this big boss though. And yet here, this is a disaster for him. He really doesn't get much done even with the flaming attacks. I just decimate those Phoenix Guard. They are steadfast, but they break. And I pursue so I can try to get out of line of sight of these silver helms, and I'm able to do so. But actually, he's still in line of sight of my trolls, which is perfect for me. So now I can have those trolls come to flank of these silver helms. And here's my turn 2 at the end of my magic phase. I think I really only get Fist of Gork off. I really had nothing here I could foot a Gork. And I didn't want to 6 dice or just try to foot a Gork just to get that repeatable throw back there. Or that there's 2 knights, so pretty much everything's over here is engaged, and my level 4 and my level 1 are facing this way, so I didn't have much to do in magic. Yeah, but you can see here this was terrible for him. First, these night goblins failed animosity and were forced to charge the silver helm. He was going to hold against them. Then he had to decide what to do with the trolls. Because if he fled from the trolls, the center of the center was going to be weird, where he wasn't going to be going through the building, and most likely I was going to catch him because I was so close to him. He didn't want to risk it. He just wanted to fight out because he knew he's probably going to die anyway, but he didn't want to, just give it to me. So he holds. I come in here. You can see he killed a bunch of night goblins. My fanatic actually went through him first, and I think he only maybe killed 1, but he kills a bunch of night goblins, but I just decimate with my trolls. I think I maybe only won even by 1 or 2. But he's not steadfast, and he breaks, and I just run him down completely. So that huge chunk of points is off the table. My trolls are going to be over here stupid for a long time because my general's so far away, but it doesn't matter. They've paid for themselves. They've taken out Phoenix Guard and a giant Silver Helm bus. And over here things go better for him. He wipes out my Squigs and the Wolf Riders. But he wipes them out, though, so he's not able to, like, pursue or overrun into my savages. So, he's going to be able to charge me, but really, the damage has been done here, where I think his dragon's down to 2 wounds, so I'm not so worried about that right now. And I do think he finally killed my mangler. No, maybe he didn't. Yeah, my mangler's still back there, so I think my mangler's hanging out here with 1 wound left. So he's not even able to kill that mangler. It's pretty bad for him shooting, and he had very little magic, and now he's going to have to worry about these savages. Now he comes into my savages, but he doesn't come in with everything, which I thought he was going to do. I figured he would try to just to take my frenzy away, even if I was still going to be stubborn. But he just comes in with the dragon, and he charges his other knights at, I think there's a war machine over here, and he charges the sky cutter at this rock lava. I guess he's trying to pick up points, but I thought he was going to try to assassinate my general, or just try to take friends away from me and try to maybe kill my general and my great shame, which would have been worth more than war machines. And he can still try to kill my general with the dragon, but it's not going to be as easy. Or maybe he thought he couldn't cross over. I don't know, but I expected everything to come in and him try to take frenzy away from me at least. And yeah, it doesn't go away from him. He's trying to kill my general. Well, he issues a challenge because he I guess he figured I was just going to accept it with my general because I didn't want my general to go to back. But I was like, well, I don't need to answer the challenge because if he wants to kill my general, he's going to have to fight it. So I'll just decline the challenge, and if he sends my general to the back, he sends my general to the back. I should still, hold with 7 in a reroll, even if I don't use my general's leadership. Actually, 8 with a reroll because my great shaman was leadership 8. So when I decline it, he doesn't send my general back because he wants to fight my general. He sends my great shaman back, which my great shaman wasn't in combat anyway. He did have air we go off, but air goes for the whole unit. I thought it was Fist of Gork. But so yeah, he checks his general into my general. He only manages to do 1 wound, and since his Star Dragon is initiative 1, I actually get to fight back. I put all my attacks on that Star Dragon. I'm not able to kill it, but I do 1 wound to it, so it's down to 1 wound. But it's initiative 1, so my savages all get to fight. So I have something like 18 savage attacks I put into the dragon, and then 12 into his general. And with the rerolls, I kill both of them outright. So I don't have to worry about that dragon trying to kill my general. I mean, things worked out perfectly for me. I mean, I can see him not. That was another thing. I could see him not sending my general back because he wanted to kill it. But like I said, me declining it was the best thing to do because I could kill the dragon and the general with all those savage attacks rather than answering the challenge and only having like 4 attacks and then getting thunderstomped on. So I think I made the right decision because I was able to take out the dragon and the general with my savages. And then over here, when the Sky Cutter kills my rock lava, it panics those night goblins and they flee through my trolls. The trolls, of course, are stupid. I guess they technically should be up on that hill, but I wasn't moving them because I didn't want them to fall all over the place. Yeah, ignore the Duke of Orc there. There was a competition, and Tom brought it back to the table, so I just set it right there in the dead pile. But yeah, things aren't looking good for him here. He's just got archers and repeater bolt throwers basically all left, and the chariot and a couple of knights here and there. So my turn 3, I'm just reforming these guys to try to get them to the archers. Just trying to pick up points, even though because it's brawlers and you need points, even though the game's won. Just trying to get as many points as possible. I think with the shooting I had left, I was able to take out that little Dragon Prince Knight unit that was back behind my backfield. And yeah, and this chariot actually isn't into my next unit yet. It's in the woods. It didn't overrun far enough to get to there yet, so it's going to have to charge again through the woods to get to my next war machine. And his turn 4, and what he's trying to pick up the points for the night goblins. He's never going to pick up the points for the trolls because they're immune to psychology. So he's trying to get the night goblins down to where they can't rally, and he does enough shooting to them so they can't rally. So he's hoping to pick up those 95 points. And I also want to note that he charged his chariot at my next war machine. He was in the woods. He rolled a 1, and he did enough wounds to kill his chariot. Things just wasn't going right for him at all. I do think he also killed my other big boss, maybe? I'm not really sure. My other Wolf Rider big boss, I mean. So my turn 4, of course my night goblins failed to rally. I failed stupidity on trolls again. But between a march and a hand of Gork, I've got my savages all the way up here now to where they can start threatening the little bit of the army he has left. And his turn 5, he finishes off those night goblins, even though they were blocking the charge of my savages and his archers. It didn't matter because he got points for killing night goblins. He's not going to get any points for keeping these archers alive and keeping me from getting the archers. So the best thing for him to do was to kill those night goblins. So in an ordinary game, you wouldn't have killed the night goblins because you didn't want the savages taking out your archers. But in Brawler, since you're trying to get points, that was the right call for him to do. Okay, this is the last picture I have of the game, but this basically goes like this, of course. Charge my savages as archers. He just holds, stands, and shoots. Because if he flees at this point, he's probably going to, get away. But then if he rallies, I'm just going to get him on the turn 6. In my shooting, I think I had one Doom Diver left. It hits his other archer unit, kills enough to cause a panic test, and they're right there fleeing. You can see their movement tray at the bottom of the screen here. So they're fleeing. My trolls actually passed stupidity now because my general's close enough, so they reform. Uh, so yeah, going into turn 6, all he has left is his archers trying to rally. They fail and they go off the table. He has his 2 repeater bolt throwers. They're shooting at things trying to get points. I can't remember if they get anything or not. My turn 6, I really had nothing. I mean, my objective card was trying to control more table quarters, and he had no fortitude on table, so I had nothing to worry about as far as I was concerned. I wasn't able to take out any of his last 2 repeater bolt throwers to try to get a little bit of points. So I mean, that's basically the way the game ends. See, this is a real big victory for the Orcs. It was nice to finish on a winning note and actually finish 3-2. Victories don't really matter. Um, Bad things was bad happening for him. My opponent here. I think it was a mistake to charge his fittest guard and my trolls. I think a lot of times flaming is scary, but if you don't have enough attacks, like the witch elves when they charged into flank in a previous game, they had so many attacks plus with the flank, it was enough to overcome all the troll attacks. In this case, the flaming didn't really matter because so many trolls are going to be alive still and do so much damage to him. And I think he actually was still steadfast, so it was just bad luck to fail that steadfast check. But yeah, he probably still shouldn't. Even if he passed steadfast check, I was going to get him the next turn, and then I would just reform so the silver helms would have been in my front, and let the silver helms come and get trolls because the vomits are just going to take them out anyway. Um, and I think I had because that dragon was so big, it was so easy for my rock lobster to hit it and take almost half the wounds away from it before he even fought. And then the squig sneaking a wound through was even better. Um, so yeah, this is just the type of army that I think I was designed to fight against. Lots of knights, lots of hard armor. I mean, this was what I was expecting to see in all my games. And it was just odd now because Dark Elves, I think, are changing things so much that they do infantry better than orcs. So that's what I'm more worried about than knights. I'm not worried about knights. I'm not worried about high armor things. But better infantry and better monster infantry, that's what I'm worried about. And we'll have to see how things go forward. But yeah, Brawler Bash was a lot of fun. I'm hoping I can get a little recap report up or video up soon. I'm not sure when I can do that. Um, I was real happy. I came in third in the doubles tournament. Went 3-2 here. 5-3 overall. I was real pleased with everything. I had so much fun. I was completely exhausted at the end of this. 8 games. I would do it again though. I mean, I know some people are talking about how they didn't like the doubles tournament because it wore them out so much. I would do it again. If you have a doubles tournament next year, I want to do it again. It was too much fun not to do. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed these reports. I'm sorry it took so long to get them out. If you like this, feel free to subscribe or like, comment. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks for listening.